Hello and welcome to the Afri Dominion. My name is Freeman Singirankabo, and thank you so very much for tuning into our program today. Those of you joining us live, especially if you're joining us live from either our private or public social media accounts or platforms, welcome. We are super happy and super excited that you can actually find some time out of your busy schedule and tuning into the program today. Those of you families joining us live from television and radio station, welcome to all of you as well. Happy Thursday to those of you, or happy early Friday to those of you also who are just arriving to Friday. We are super excited equally to have you guys join the program today, and also feel free to come live to the program as we have our social media outlets or accounts open and ready to receive you. But we also have in particular Zoom platforms also plugged in to enable us to exchange in real time. So those of you who want to join the conversation, feel free, join us live as it happens, because we want to make sure that we actually talk to all of you in real time. The conversation we get to have here at Afri Dominion Show, it's a conversation that we get to have boldly with each and every one of you, truthfully and with no apologies. Why? Because the content, the thoughts, the ideas that we are carrying, that we have within our hearts, are really big deal to us. They're very big deal. We are serious about them, and evidently we make the time for it. So when we talk about you, when we talk about the situation we are going through, when we talk about the issues relevant to your lives, to your families, your community, your nations, we mean what we say and we say what we mean. So you can always check it as, you can fact check us and make sure that everything we're saying, we are actually going straight to what we believe in, or we going after our goals and everything. For those reasons also, everything we discuss here, we're discussing it in the spirit of truth, love, and trust. And these are the benchmarks that we would love each and every one of you to literally check us out. Measure both the content and the validity of everything that we are sharing with you guys, to ensure that we are literally going by what we say. If anything doesn't feel right, if anything doesn't fall within those benchmarks, we would love to ask that you call us out publicly. Because we also publicly communicating with you guys. We are publicly talking to you all. We are publicly broadcasting, the ideas, our thoughts, and we're not hiding to nobody. And for this reason, guys, I also want to make sure that we would let you know that it is quite a humbling experience that we have an opportunity to appear to your living room, be it on television, be it on radio station, be it on social medias. We are really excited, guys. And this broadcast is going globally. So we are very aware that we are meeting all kinds of brothers and sisters all over. Both of you who are tuning directly, who are actually on the same course with us, and some of you who are finding us out for the first time, and we are saying welcome to the conversation. It is really exciting. It is really exciting that we have the time, we have the season where we can actually reclaim our voice. We used to be voiceless for so long. Not naturally, we were given, we were taken. They stole, or they've taken away our means to communicate. But now we are taking it all back, and we're taking it all back with no apologies whatsoever, because this is us, this is our lives. And for these reasons, guys, I also would love each and every one of you who is able to take some time and leave us some feedbacks, and make sure that whatever it is you're sharing with us, it's helpful. Either positive or negative, actually, we really don't mind, as long as you actually take back the charge. Be in charge of yourself, be in charge of everything about you. Make no excuses, make no apologies. If there is something you want to talk about, if there's something that you want to stand for, do it. Do it, because that's who you are, that's who you've always been before you were turned into a slave. And with that in mind, guys, I also want to let you know that what we do here at Afri Dominion, we literally are intentional. So which means we take some time to plan, we take some time to get together, we take some time to study, to look at the situation, to look at various things that are researched, and then we get to talk to you guys. But that doesn't mean that we are perfect. We're not human beings who are super perfect. on this planet. In fact, we make mistakes. We could be even making mistakes right now. And that's why we actually make sure that we humble ourselves, so that anytime you see something that is misaligned with what we are supposed to be doing, you can actually have an opportunity to call us out, but also to correct us, put us in the right position again. That is one thing that we absolutely do not take for granted. We do not take for granted the fact that you give us the privilege to actually connect with you guys, the privilege to repolish, to strengthen our strength, to strengthen everything we're doing collectively. And it's something very powerful amongst our brothers and sisters. And we want to make sure that we actually nurture that day in and day out. And with that in mind, I also want to make sure that for those of you guys tuning in for the very first time on a television, radio station, or social medias, I want to make sure that I just talk to you guys briefly about what Afro-Dominion Show is and what Afro-Dominion is. Because we want to make sure that if you're here, make sure that you intend to be here. Don't just fall in by accident and then wonder what's going on. We consider your time very precious, the same way our time is precious. So if we take it upon ourselves to actually take the time and actually say, hey, this is what we want to discuss, this is what we want to share with you, we want to make sure that we are adding value to you. We are adding value to the things you subscribe in, the things you believe in. And if that's not the case, be out of here, guys. Like, really, respectfully be out of here if we add no values. But we truly believe that we are adding values to each and every one of you. And in fact, we won't stop doing this because we so very much believe in what we are doing collectively or just as individuals as well. And we will continuously do this day in and out until we reach our goal. So what is Afro-Dominion? Afro-Dominion, it's an idea that inspires, advocates, encourage, even goes to the extent of helping you taking back the dominion of Africa and African affairs by you, the sons, daughters, and African descendants, all in the interest of African people first and foremost, and then the rest of the world afterwards. So the Afro-Dominion Show, it's a program that literally makes sure that what we say, what we do is and must be inspiring. It must be advocating to all of you brothers and sisters who are voiceless, regardless of where you are. We also must make sure that we are encouraging you to take back that which is rightfully yours without any preconditions whatsoever. But last but not the least, help you literally take action. Be a part of your team. Come and give you support. Come and be a part of your team as we embark on the very next step. We're doing this. We're taking it all back. It is your rights and responsibility to do that. We are also accountable. So what we do here, we're not just doing it because we feel like passing the time. This is actually us reclaiming our true selves. These words may sound like they are just words, but they are really, really, really heavy, guys. Don't underestimate who you are. You may have been told that you all kinds of names. But I want to let each and every one of you guys know that truly you are kings and queens. You are the owners of the real estate called Africa. You are the legal owner of that real estate. And not only that, you also have a constitution that is literally written by your father. Now you other colleagues, friends, and family. You were born, you were created to be a ruler. You were created to manage the whole entire real estate called Earth, but in particular, the real estate called Africa. It is yours as your inheritance. So you've got to be able to assume the full responsibility of everything related to the management of that real estate Africa, be it its resources, the people, and the order. Make sure that you excel. Make sure you have no excuses. Make sure that you do what must be done to take it all back. Why do we say that? We say this with no apologies because gone are the days where you carry yourself like a slave because you've been enslaved And some of us are continuously in bondage right now. We continuously experiencing bondage. But I want to tell you guys, it is a choice to remain a slave or to take back that which is naturally yours. Rulership. So you dominating your real estate, you dominating your original man, you taking the mandate of what you're supposed to be doing. It's naturally yours. Those of you who are in the position of reclaiming your true selves, do it. For centuries, Africa has been actually enslaved. Up to this very day, Africa is still being enslaved. We may no longer have physical shackles, but we have shackles in our minds. Our minds have been taken over by the rest of the world, those stakeholders who believe that you are a slave for life. And this is where we come in and we say, no, you were never created as a slave. You are a king, a queen, the owner. The same way some of these people, they also have their own real estate. But it so happened that the real estate called Africa is one of the wealthiest of the wealthiest of the wealthiest. And everybody else want to have a piece of it at the expense of you. At the expense of you becoming a slave and actually giving it all up just like that. And we've come to say, hell no, enough is enough. Gone are the times where you continuously keep us in bondage and we just take it. It got even to the extent where you are called names and you've believed all that's been called. Everything they say about you, you believe it. Why should you believe someone who has no idea who you are? Right now, nobody can tell me who I am. None of you can, I would not give you the pleasure of defining me today. I know who I am and I know who my Father is. The only one who actually got me here, who created me. And what they say about me, none of you can override. Especially those of you who believe the Africans are monkeys and all of that. Don't you ever believe something about you from someone who's an imposter. We're saying that literally, and we can reaffirm that day in and day out, anywhere, anytime, at any given time. Because that is the beginning of you reclaiming your true selves. That is the beginning of you taking back that which is rightfully yours. That is the beginning of you shortening up excuses, taking accountability and responsibility of your roles and everything that you must do today. So that's where we come in today, guys. That's why we have this program, and that's why we get together to make sure that any one of us who actually still have those symptoms, we make sure that we get it out of you collectively. And with that, we've made it up. We've made it upon ourselves with the help of the studio, HMG Studio, and the affiliates to bring programs that bring us together. Besides, I also want to encourage you to come forward as well, because this is an effort of so many people, so many organizations that have decided that enough is enough. In particular, a huge thanks to HMG Network and the affiliates for all that you're doing. A huge thanks to those of you picking up the tabs of what it takes to broadcast a signal. It is super expensive, guys, to be able to broadcast a signal, especially a signal that is not popular, a signal that challenges the status quo, a signal that awakens you sons and daughters, kings and queens of Africa who have been turned into slaves for centuries. This is not a very popular signal, especially to those who are literally tuning into or who are keeping you into slavery. But this is our season. This is our time. We make no apologies about it. With that in mind, I also want to bring it to your attention how we do this, guys. We broadcast Monday through Friday, and every single one of these days we have a unique theme that we follow. On Mondays, we have a theme that talks about the eradication of African refugees and African stateless persons. On Tuesdays, we talk about the Constitution, the law and policy review and implementation of African nations and African people. On Wednesdays, we talk about the testimonies. We testify. We write our own history ourselves without actually taking orders for somebody else. On Thursdays, we talk about the spirit of dominion, all of which we literally dissect and we get into it on every single one of those days. On Fridays, we talk about the current event and as it affects and how it affects Africa and African people. So all these programs, any one of these programs that you feel your heart is beating to it, a huge welcome to guys, a huge welcome to you. Come and feel at home. Come, this is literally home. And make sure that you make yourself at home and come and participate. Why do we say that? We say that because we cannot dominate that which you do not understand. You cannot dominate that which you do not have any information over. And we got the scoop, guys. We got the original information. We've got it all. But you got to be bold enough to actually follow the information that you have. You also have to be bold enough to literally to submit to the natural laws that enables you to take charge of your real estate and all the responsibility that comes along with it, and be accountable as well. And I know that to some of you, this sounds like mumbo jumbo. This sounds like another language because you've never seen or you haven't recently seen somewhere that the language is actually not just bold, but you're actually speaking the truth and nothing but the truth. And that's why we say, come live. Come live if you have anything to say about what we have going on right now and have you saying. Be it you like it or dislike it, it doesn't matter. Come live. We have our Zoom open. Those of you on social medias in particular, we have, I do believe that publicly you have YouTube and Facebook and few other platforms. Those of you who can, in the description, we always give you a gateway to our Zoom. This Zoom, it's a studio Zoom. You come in and you join the conversation in real time. We do this because we are afraid of nobody. What we say, we are boldly saying it. Because it's the truth and nothing but the truth. And if you find it to be, if you find it to be not the truth, come forward and speak openly. Say, hey, there seems to be an issue here. You may consider correcting this because it's not, it's not accurate. But everything we do it in the open because we absolutely believe in transparency of everything that we do. We want to waste nobody's time, but we also want to make sure that if you do believe in what we are doing, come forward. Come forward boldly. Come forward like a king and a queen that you are. That's what we got going on here. With that in mind, let me jump right in the conversation of the day. The topic is, what is the secret behind you taking back or forfeiting the dominion of your inheritance, Africa? What is the secret of you taking it back? Or forfeiting. You got to forfeit your inheritance or you got to take it. Currently, I was just saying that some of us, we are still slaves. However, it's a choice to be a slave. The same way it's a choice to be a king and a queen. So what do you choose? Being a slave or being a queen or being a king? What is the secret behind? What is the secret, guys? And you'll be so shocked to find out that the secret is not that deep, but it is deep at the same time. Now, does your current situation, does your current condition affect your permanent destination in the matters of dominion of your inheritance? Meaning, who you are right now, or your situation, be it you're poor, you stuck somewhere, you don't see tomorrow. Does that affect your destination? And I submit to you guys that it doesn't. Can you boldly assume both the accountability and the responsibility of your position of dominion? You notice that I literally am using this word dominion nonstop. There's a reason why. Even we continuously explain what that is to some of you who do not know what it is, because every word that we use and we actually choose. So what is dominion? I want to make sure that I break it down to some of you right quick. Dominion entails that you govern, you control, you master, you make better, you protect. So dominion of Africa, that entails that you're taking back the governorship, you're taking back the control, you're taking back the management of Africa, African resources. You're making it better than the way you found it. You protect it by all means necessary. And you make no apologies about it. And like I was saying, you cannot dominate that which you do not have information over. You may not be able to dominate that which you do not understand. You may not be able to dominate that which you cannot breathe. When I say breathe, I'm not literally saying, I'm simply saying the same way you can breathe and you know you're breathing, you're not searching how to breathe. That's the same way I'm literally telling you that what's inside of you can and is going to enable you to take back your full leadership of Africa, your full management of Africa, because that's who you are. You don't have to cheat to breathe. You just do. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying here, because that is one of the things that today it's being used against you guys. You have all kinds of people telling you who you are. Literally telling you who you are. It's like a chicken trying to define another chicken. It's like a product trying to tell another product what it is. Only manufacturers can define a product. Only manufacturer, and not any manufacturer. The manufacturer that created that product. Because there are so many manufacturers. The only authentic manufacturer to truly define you and to truly give you a purpose is that manufacturer that created you to begin with, that has the masterpiece of you. So if I know that none of you has a masterpiece over me, how the hell am I going to allow you to tell me who I am? How am I going to allow you? How are you allowing somebody else to determine your destination when they have no blueprint of who you are? Sadly, this is what's been happening to us as Africans, brothers and sisters all over. For centuries, it never used to be the case, but at some point, we sold ourselves. We gave in to the imposters. But today we are saying enough is enough with that. So going back to the secret behind you taking back or forfeiting the dominion of your inheritance. What is your inheritance? Your inheritance is your real estate, Africa. Your inheritance also, it's a gift deposited within you that enables you to manage your real estate. By the way, these gifts, you need not fight over with anybody, which means what's inside of you, it is so unique and so original. You do not need to front. You do not need to fight over those who may want to be copycats. Example, today you may come up with something that's deeply inside of you. 10 people might go right ahead and copy you. We know this to be the case every single day. You have many people who are copycats. Even governments stealing information, stealing gifts from people, from other organizations. This happens every day. But the beauty of all of that, what's inside of me, I am the only one on this planet Earth who has it. What's inside of you, you are the only single individual on planet Earth who has it. So it's up to you how you use it. It's a gift that's been freely given to you. But you have a responsibility and accountability to use it to the betterment of the real estate called Africa and the world for that matter. So choose you wisely how you use it. Because failure to do that also, it takes you to another spot. There is rewards and also being able to forfeit. If you do not use wisely that which you have been freely given, it's going to be taken away from you. We were saying that yesterday, and we've been talking about that. So, either it's a reward or it's a penalty. Because that which is being given to you, the same way manufacturers a product expecting that product to have a purpose, to be helpful, to be useful. If that product is not used or is not useful, then it gets to be destroyed. At that point, if it cannot be used, then there is no need to have it. Even us is the same. You are not just here on planet to just suck up air, sleep and scream, and then go, and then move on. You literally got a purpose the same way a product has a purpose. That's why you also have that unique gift from within you. The day before yesterday, I was telling you guys that you have the original constitution of yourself. You have unique set of instructions that is in you, that enables you to become what you're supposed to be. To become that which is already yours. It's in the past to our Father. But for you, you might be super ignorant about it. Why am I saying this? That is because the secret behind that which you're seeking for in order for you to dominate, it's very crucial, and it's been given to each and every one of you. And that secret, for those of you who have no idea what it is, it's none other than your attitude. I will explain myself. You do not have to have gone to Ivy League schools to literally have dominion of your inheritance. It's not your degree that makes it happen. It is not your status quo that makes it happen. It is not how friendly you are with this brother, this sister, this government, this, that, and that, and that. None of that. It's not how well you dress. It is not how tall you are. It is not how fat you are or how obese you are. It is not how skinny you are that enables you to have that dominion. It is your attitude. Your attitude is that behavior of which tells me whether you belong or don't belong. It's that attitude that tells me whether you are a king or a slave, whether you are a queen or a slave. And this attitude, it's in each and every one of us. I'll give you something to marinate on. How is it that a lion, as small as it is, can take over an elephant that is so big in comparison to a lion? How is it that an elephant can actually be defeated by a lion? Or lions, actually, not just one lion. If you look at the size of an elephant and you look at the size of a lion would not dare get in front of a lion would not dare get in front of an elephant by itself. It's completely unmatched, undisputable. One little wedge of a foot from an elephant, it can literally kill a lion if it hits it in the right position. It's a blow, a tons of blow. So now imagine if that lion, if that elephant sits on that lion, game's over. You have thousands and thousands and thousands of kilograms or thousands of pounds that's squishing you alive. However, the attitude of a lion when it comes to an elephant. Lions, when they look at an elephant, they look at lunch. They don't look at its size. Let me repeat. When lions are looking at an elephant, they do not look at its size. They look at lunch. They see lunch. Which means, while an elephant believes that it's big, that it can intimidate a lion, on the other hand, a lion can see it's looking, wow, this thing is so big. Where do I start? Meaning the attitude that it has towards the elephant determines how it succeeds or fails. So now, obviously, one lion looks at it like this thing is huge. I need my brothers and sisters along so we can actually have a good meal today. And not only that, those lions, before they attack the elephant, they make sure that they are in one accord. You may wonder how. They've got a frequency that every single one of the herd of these lions, it's the family, for the lack of a better word. They know how to do things simultaneously because of that frequency. The same way, you brothers and sisters, me and you, when we get together, there are certain things we do and we didn't have to talk about it. That's the frequency. That frequency is unique to every single creature on planet Earth. But in particular, us, the more advanced creatures, the kings and queens, now we do have that frequency, and it enables us to do every single thing that you desire to do. So when these lions are ready to attack that elephant, while they cannot match an elephant, they make sure that any spot that every single one of them grabs, it does not let go. What am I saying? Because I want to make sure that you understand why I am saying this. Remember, an elephant is big in size and in strength. It's also big. However, 5, 6, 10 lions, when they coordinate and they all jump towards that elephant and they all grab a piece of that elephant. One may grab the throat, another might grab the leg, another leg, another somewhere on the body, as long as each and every one of it holds on to it. Now the elephant is going to retaliate, of course. But whatever you hold, make sure that you literally hold. Imagine you've got a ton of kilograms or pounds, something shaking you. You're just like a little piece of paper. If you guys go to the National Geographic channel on social medias and pull up lions hunting elephants, you will have one of the amazing treat. You see how a humongous elephant, when it's just trying to get rid of these lions holding on it, they're just like a little piece of papers. However, the survival of these lions is determined by how well they actually lock in that piece of elephant that they choose to grab. And they lock in their teeth. That's the only factor. First and foremost, that enables that lion to survive. Because when it's being tossed around, the strength that the elephant is using at that time, it is so lethal. That lion can easily be killed if it's squashed on the soil or if it's tossed towards a tree somewhere. Now, for its survival, it has to hold on to it. Because if it fails to hold on to it, the rest of the lions on it are also susceptible. They are also equally in danger. When enough of you holds on to that elephant can easily be subdued in due time. Because the same strength that it starts when it's tossing around that lion, it keeps on doing it. It gets tired. Remember, it's using energy. Now, the lion must be able to hold on to it until the energy of that elephant goes down. Why is that important and why am I stressing on it? Because I really want you guys to get the analogy. One lion, it's not a match to an elephant. Two lions, no way. 3, 4, 5, possible. 3, 4, 5, there's a chance. 5 or more, 6 or more, there's likelihood that those lions, if they become attached to that elephant, if they hold on tight to that elephant, there is a good chance that they will have dinner or lunch or breakfast, whichever it is they're doing at the moment. Now, the duration is important as well. First and foremost, these lions, they must find the elephant. They must be able to coordinate. They must be fearless within themselves. And they also have the attitude of, we have to eat. Continuously can result in all of us being killed by this huge elephant. So you brothers and sisters, I want you to literally look at these colonizers as big elephants. One of you are not a match to these huge institutions that's been colonizing us. But enough of us, we're just like this lion grabbing a piece of this elephant. In due time, I promise you, we become the problem to this elephant. Because when these lions are holding on to an elephant and they're squeezing the teeth out of those vital organs, eventually the elephant starts losing strength slowly, 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 slowly until it's subdued. It's no magic, guys. It is absolutely no magic. This is just the rule. It's a natural rule. If you hold on tight to anything and you stop its life from flowing through accordingly, you become the problem. Remember, an elephant is a problem to lions if they attack him one by one. However, many lions together, they overturn the odds and they become a problem to an elephant. Now, if every single one of them holds on tight to that elephant's vital organs, eventually that elephant is subdued. Today, you have many systems that are oppressing us Africans. You kings and queens, sons and daughters of Africa. Anywhere it could be, including in your own homelands. These systems are not originally our own systems. Your attitude towards these systems will determine whether you overturn the odds and become a problem to these systems, or whether these systems are going to remain in charge. Now, does your attitude care what kind of condition you live in? No. You could be poor. You could be stinky. You could be unlearned. You could be just a homeless person. You could be anything for what I care. As long as you have a right attitude, you can tune the odds of any situation that you are in. Your attitude can solidify your desire to reach back towards your destination and seize back that which is yours. You journey towards your original destination. It's undeterred. Your attitude is one of the factors that can actually help you to get back on the course towards your destination. Your destination has never been changed. It still is the same. And it is always going to be the same. So those of you brothers and sisters out here, especially those of you who are experiencing the blows from this elephant, I promise you, hold on tight, grab your teeth and just yank in. Hold on to whatever vital organs you're holding on to. Hold on longer enough All these things, it's a matter of time. And remember, I told you, this is our season. Because it's our season, now you gotta wait for your time. I gotta wait for my time. And collectively, we are going to overturn everything that has been stolen from us. We are going to overturn and take back the full dominion of Africa, the full dominion of your nation, your community, your own family, and yourself. This is your season, guys, to do that. But your attitude is going to be one of the key factor, one of the most important key factor. I'll give you just a simple example. Don't even look at Africa. Look at your condition right now, whatever condition you are in right now. Let me give you an example, because I want to make sure that you really fully understand what I'm saying here. Today, I had to be here at the studio for this program and some other programs. My attitude towards coming here, towards ensuring that this program goes on, has to be right for me to be here. If I decide not to come, if I decided not to just care about it, this program is not going to go on. It could be raining, it could be snowing, it could be sunny, it could be another situation. If I say, you know what, this is important enough, I must get here, I must be here, that attitude is going to determine whether you get to see me in the program or not, or whether this program is going to be canceled for the day. So your attitude will determine your destination also. Your destination is preset, but your attitude will solidify that whether you're going to get to that destination, I should say that. Your Father has already predetermined where you have to go, where you must be doing. The same way manufacturer has already predetermined what you need to do as a product. There's never a single product on planet Earth that's never been manufactured for a purpose. Why would you bother creating a product and not determine a purpose for that product? You are here on Earth for a specific purpose. A specific purpose different from me, different from your brother, your sister, whoever that you are with. As a family, you are many, you are a collective with different purposes, but none of you have the same purpose. Your attitude will determine whether your purpose is actually reached or not. Your attitude will determine where you end up. You could end up on a couch, or you could end up to the actual destination that's predetermined for you. This thing is easy when you get to reveal the secret. You already are finished, guys. You need not figure out life. Life, it's already figured out for you. You need to assume your responsibility. You need to assume your position. Everything else, it's already waiting for you. You brothers and sisters, you sons and daughters of Africa. Doesn't matter how many of you were killed. Doesn't matter how many of you were terminated. Doesn't matter how many of you are crying right now. Doesn't matter how many of you think that there is no tomorrow. Tomorrow, it's already a past. It's already a guarantee. Tomorrow, it's already designed. You just have to walk through with it. You need an attitude that makes sure that you arrive to tomorrow, despite the difficulties that you are in. Your Father has given you sharp teeth. Hold on to it. Hold on to any situation you are in. Become the problem of that situation yourself. Become the problem. This is a natural law. This is not just a human-made law. You can become a problem in whatever situation that you are in. For example, if you're hungry today, and you no longer have your inheritance, you're no longer in your own homeland, you're homeless, you got no place to be, you got no friends, you got nobody to even give you $1, a quarter, something to eat. Your attitude at the moment is going to determine whether you can have lunch the next minute, the next hour, or whether you remain homeless, whether you remain in that same situation. Guys, it's a choice to want to live or to die. It's a choice for you to choose to become a king and a queen that you already are, or to remain a slave that has been turned into you. There's not a single organization on planet Earth, be it a government or a private organization, that can subdue you if you don't want to be subdued. There's not a single government that can hold you tight, hold you down, pin down like a slave if you do not want to be pinned down. Your attitude towards this government, your attitude towards these organizations will determine whether you stay where they want you to be or whether you succumb to where they want you to be and retain back and take back that which is rightfully yours. The dominion, the governorship, the rulership, the control, the mastery of your real estate, of everything that's within there. You have a mandate to take control over everything on earth. The birds in the sky, the fish in the sea, the animals on the planet, even the natural resources from within. You already have a blueprint on how to take management over everything, how to take control over everything. But it's up to you to open that manual and read it. It is up to you to be one with that manual and become that which is already you. I know some of you might be listening to this as another language that you've never heard of before. But truthfully speaking, and I dare you to prove me wrong, search from within and see if you do not find out that. It is hard for you to stop a son, a king, and a queen who knows himself or herself. It's impossible to do that. If you know who you are, and if you know the secret within you, and you know the gift that's already part of you, and you know who your father is, why would you surrender to someone who's literally killing you, who's literally taking everything that is yours and telling you, by the way, you need a permission. You need a permission to be here. You need a permission to go there. You need a permission to eat. You need a permission to leave. Why would you give him that privilege to rule over you? Today, our brothers and sisters, especially those of you who are refugees, those of you who are homeless, those of you who are literally in not only physical shackles, but mental shackles, those of you who are being controlled illegally, you've given the permission to be controlled. Today, you can reactivate the right attitude, not just the good attitude, the right attitude. And you can take it all back today. There's not a single government on planet Earth, not a single government governed by other human beings that can subdue you permanently if you do not want to be subdued. There's not a single one of them that can do that. It is you, it is me who allow that to happen. And the season we are in today dictates that if we continuously allow these entities to keep us a slave, to maintain the status quo that they have put into us as slaves, then the penalty is to really stay in that pain. It is up to you to become a problem of these institutions. Doesn't matter how many guns that there is, doesn't matter how many mass weapon of destruction that they have. I'm telling you guys, There's not a single weapon on planet Earth that can be a match for you if you fully take back that which is yours. There's not a single weapon that can take you over when you know who you are. And today, the task ahead of us, guys, the tasks ahead of us, taking back the dominion, taking back the management of your own homeland, of the resources within your homeland, all the way from your community level to your nation, to your country. That task cannot be done without you having the right attitude, without you claiming back that which is yours originally. We talk about accountability and responsibility. What is responsibility? It's two words, response and ability. The ability to respond. That is naturally embedded inside of you. Your father will never give you a task without providing the means. There's nothing on planet Earth that is given to you as a task and you don't have the means to get it done. I submit to you, each and every one of you. That which is originally your task, you already have the tools to take care of it. Which is why you being a king and a queen, it's not a suggestion. It is who you truly are. And you have been already pre-equipped with the tools to help you become and to help you fulfill the responsibilities that comes along with you being a king and a queen. So now it's up to you to awaken the tools. It is up to you to awaken the tools. And those tools are in the form of gifts. The gift within you will determine what area of influence you are going to have on this real estate called Africa and the whole entire planet. If you do delay, if you do not care to find out what your gift is, then you are going to forfeit your responsibility as kings and queens. You are going to be rewarded in slavery and you actually being taken charged over. And we do not take this laughingly. We're not saying this because we're happy about it. No, none of us is happy about it. Because today many of our family members are being killed openly, are being exterminated openly by those who want to subdue you, by those who do not believe that you ought to be who you are. It's easy to kill an African today by any mass weapon of destruction. It is easy. It is easy. Ask the Congolese people. Ask the Sudanese people. Ask the Ethiopian people. Ask the Eritrean people. Ask the Rwandese people. Ask the Sierra Leones, the Liberians. Guys, this is not funny at all. But beneath everything that's happening right now, literally beneath it all, is your attitude. What kind of attitude do you have towards what's happening right now? That attitude is going to determine whether you become a problem of your situation or whether you remain a slave to that situation. Your attitude matters on everything you're doing, on everything that your family is doing, on everything that your community is doing. So you got to have a right attitude, not just a good attitude, a right attitude. In every situation, every single situation you find yourself in, if you literally tune into the right attitude over it, you are going to overcome it. That is just the natural law that's deposited within you. You don't have to beg with the right attitude. You absolutely do not have to beg with the right attitude. You do not have to submit to any one of these people with the right attitude. The only submission that you must have is of your Father who created you, who actually gives you the instructions of what must be done. That is the only submission that you must have. You also have to submit to your gift and become the slave to your gift, but not the kind of slave that you are being turned into, but the slave that says, these gifts, I will actually work for it day in and day out, non-stop, because I must be empty before I leave back, before I go back. And you cannot achieve that if you do not continuously work on your gift. That is the only slavery that's acceptable to you. You turn into being a slave of your own gift. Being a slave to your gift, it's a life in reverse also. It's your purpose in action. I know some of you might still be struggling with what I'm saying, but I literally ask of you to take some time and self-discover. Never mind the situation you're in. Never mind how tough it is. All of us, we get into a situation, not that we are minimizing the situation you might be in, but the only one single common thing we all have in all situations we find ourselves in, it is the attitude. The question, what kind of attitude do you have currently, right now? Is it an attitude that actually enables you to overcome your situation? Or it's an attitude that actually continuously pins you down to the same condition you are in? The choice is yours. Nobody can make that choice but you. Once I figured out that, guys, I'm not afraid to nobody today. I respect you all, but I'm not afraid to anybody. I am not afraid to anybody. What's the worst thing that could happen? Suppose that they decide to maybe harm this body. This is just a suit, guys. This is just a suit. What is a suit? It's something that covers the real deal. So my suit, it's a very temporary thing. It only enables me to be here on planet Earth. It only enables me to do that which I must do here. Harming my suit doesn't kill me. It only stops the functions of this suit, but it cannot kill me. I am unkillable. You are unkillable. Let me repeat, because I know some of you think that you're mishearing me. I am unkillable. You can terminate this suit that I have called a body, but you may not terminate me. You were never given the privilege to terminate me. It's not part of your assignment. It's not part of what you are capable of doing. That goes for every single one of these institutions created by men. None of them can kill me. None of them can kill me. They may terminate this body, but they may not kill me. They may not kill you. And because I know that about me, and I know that about my Father, my days on this planet, every single one of them, it's accounted for. And none of y'all can take it away. None of you can take it away. Only my Father has decided when I'm here and when I have to check out. Meaning, when I have to put down this suit and move on to the next assignment. So what am I saying, guys? Fear not of your situation. Fear not of your situation. And take on the right attitude towards any situation that you are in. Especially that right now, we are being attacked left and right, up and down. Especially that right now we are being killed. This body is being killed in all kinds of ways. Especially that some of us are actually participating in killing the rest of our brothers and sisters. We have to overcome every single one of these things taking place. We are capable. We have the responsibility to do that. And that ability does not lie within another human being. It's been given to you by your Maker, your Father. I do not say this lightly, guys, and I understand. I understand what it entails. Be the problem of the situation you are in. If you're hungry, be the problem of hunger. If you're hungry, be the problem of hunger. If you're homeless, become the problem of homelessness. If you are being lied on, become the problem of a lie. Everything we have here on this earth, it is yours to manage. It is yours to subdue. But you cannot subdue that which you do not have preparedness for. If you have not prepared, if you ignore preparation, if you do not access the instructions, if you do not pick your attitude and use it, you won't be able to overcome. You will not be able to function and assume your roles and your responsibilities. So it comes down to you again. It comes down to you. Nobody else but you. It doesn't matter what's going through, what's happening, what's taking place in your lives. The only one factor that all of us have in common, your attitude, can change the situation you are in. Your attitude will determine whether you can actually wake up and assume your position, your rightful position. Whether you can wake up and take back your kingship and your queenship. Whether you can wake up and submit to the original laws, to the original set of instructions that's been freely given to you to manage, to control, to master the whole entire real estate and the affairs that have been trusted to you to manage. I know that some of you are so tired of everything that's happening to you, but I gotta tell you guys, we live here every single day because it's a gift that's been given to you. Do not misuse your gift, guys. Do not misuse your gift, because in the end, you have to put down the suit and move on. Whether you use the gifts that's been given to you, or whether you fail to use the gifts, the rewards will be enjoyed, they will be felt. The rewards that come along with that is going to really be enjoyed by those who are going to be left behind. You are not the primary beneficiary of your own gifts. I am. We are. But you are the very first person to push the gifts out of yourselves. The same way a tree never is the prime beneficiary of its fruits. We are. So if you can actually accept those conditions, they've been predetermined for you. You have no saying in it. You've been given the opportunity, just like a product, to come and be helpful and be useful, become of a blessings, be a blessings to many, and above all, share with us that which you have been packaged with. You can choose to share, or you can choose not to share. At which point, either or, you pre-allocate time. As long as it's still going, you're going to have it. But if it's over, and so is the rest of the arrangement. So I am saying to all of you guys, live this life with intent. Live this life intending to bring out the gifts within you. Live this life according to the principles built within you, not the principles given by these governments. I understand what I'm saying to you guys. A bird does not follow the constitution of any government on planet Earth. A fish does not respect any rules of these governments. Animals out there, they do not respect them. Even though you may cage an animal and become a prick, become that which is keeping it from moving freely, that animal still doesn't respect you. You know, I'll give you a quick example. A horse. You know, for you to take over and to force a horse to do whatever it is you want it to do, you have to take riders in its mouth. And these riders, they hurt. Those of you who do not know what I'm referring to, if you look at a horse, it's holding something in its mouth. Like someone who rides on a horse, in order for the horse to turn left, they pull that wire, they pull that cord right in its mouth. And it hurts a horse. A horse is only turning because you're hurting it. It is not turning naturally because you're asking it. Because you may not be able to ask a horse to turn this way, and it turns when it should not be turning. But when you put a bridle in its mouth, then that bridle hurts it. And then eventually, because of the pain, a horse turns left, it turns right. And you think that you're doing right by the horse. The horse might absolutely be submissive to you because of the way you're controlling it. Right now, you brothers and sisters could be controlled because of hunger. You could be controlled because of your situation as a refugees. You could be controlled because of the way they're treating your body, your physical body. You could be controlled because of the way they are treating your brother, your sister, your uncle, your mom, your dad. You could be controlled because of the way they've taken over your real estate, your land, your resources. You could be controlled because of also fear, what they're claiming to do if you do not comply. Remember, if someone is promising to hurt you as a precondition for you to comply, you can already see what that person is in respect to the full image of your purpose here on earth. If my purpose is to hurt you in order for you to give me that which you're doing, and you realize that I'm hurting you, and you subdue yourself, or you submit towards my hurt, and you allow me to hurt you, there is a pretty good chances that you have forfeited the result of the gifts within you. Because you are not supposed to submit to anything else except that which is given to you by your Maker, your Father. So your attitude has to be continuously in check. If you must be able, if you have to take back that which is yours from the beginning, the dominion of the real estate, the dominion of this entire establishment. So your attitude matters, guys. And collectively, our attitude matters. If I am unable to to take my own responsibility, to take care of my own responsibility, if I cannot be accountable to my responsibility, especially if you depend on me doing the right thing, I'm going to mess you up also. Which is why we are intertwined here on planet Earth. None of us have been given each other's gifts, because our Father made sure that we recognize and we humble ourselves in this unity. Anytime we do not forge unity, then we are destroyed instantly. Because the gifts that we have are uniquely to every single one of us. And the tasks at hand requires a unification of the gifts that we have in one form or the other. So choose yourself today. Choose you wisely. Take a decision today to either forge arms, forge unity with your brothers and sisters, and take on every single task at hand successfully, or forfeit that which is given to you by not forging unity. If you have the right attitude to your brother and your sister, regardless whether you have the same status, regardless whether you come from the same village, regardless whether you speak the same language, your right attitude will actually go beyond the language. You cannot talk. You can literally communicate. You can do everything you must do together if you have the right attitude. The attitude supersedes your language, guys. With the right attitude, your language will be worked on. You can actually communicate the rest of the details not without even knowing the same language. But the right attitude would enable you to communicate. So everything that's happening today, whether personally or collectively, can be decided to help us in a positive or negative way based on the attitude that we have. And my question to you today, what type of attitude do you have? What type of attitude have you been having? What type of attitude can you actually decide to use tomorrow? Everything that's happening to us can be changed overnight based on the attitude that we have. Now, something as big deal as an attitude, if you know that that's a secret as to what happens to you today or tomorrow in respect to the dominion of your inheritance, wouldn't it make sense that you take seriously your attitude? You adjust your attitude accordingly. Because with the right attitude, there's some other things that are going to be unrevealed to you. Revealed rather, not unrevealed. It's already revealed within you, but it has to be brought out for you to have to enjoy the full benefit of it. I know, guys, some of you are not really following me. I understand. But in due time, those of you who want to listen, who want to actually touch from within, it's going to be easy because you are made to understand me. We are on the same frequency. But you have to choose to tune into that frequency. You already know how. It's a choice. It is a choice. I, for one, have already decided. I am choosing me. I am choosing me. I am choosing to become who I am. and who my Father said that I am, as opposed to taking the opinion of all of you of who I am and what I'm supposed to be. I will respect you, but I would not take any of your opinions about me, or about what I am, and about my purpose here. Because none of you know why I'm here. None of you know why I'm here. I have no idea why you're here. And if I'm ever pretending, if I ever attempt to pretend, or trying to tell you why you're here, run away from me. Run away from me. Because I cannot in good conscience pretend to know your purpose here. But I can do my very best to support you in your journey, on the journey to your greatness, to fulfill your purpose. But I cannot tell you what that is. Your purpose might actually help me to realize my own purpose fully. But you have to submit and allow yourself to be a part of what I am, of what I'm doing, which is what I'm asking you today, guys. You've got to be able to submit. You've got to be able to humble yourselves. Join forces, join unity, be back. Let's create that unity right back. And fight over anybody who is actually pinning us down. Be it an institution, an organization, even our brothers and sisters, those of them who want to actually destroy us. Let us not give them any opportunity or the gratification of doing that. I, for one, have decided I am not going to allow that to happen. Even if it means that you're trying to harm this flesh, this body. You can't kill me. You can kill my body, but you cannot kill me. That I know to be the fact because my Father said so. But also, you have no control over this body in terms of terminating it unless my Father said so. What am I saying to you? It doesn't matter if you attempt to stop or disrupt or do this or do that. It won't matter. My Father's purpose still stands. You are not a match, guys. You might as well just submit. There's never been a time where a pot goes toe to toe with a potter. So what gives you the audacity to think that you can take over the plans of my Father, the purpose of my Father? What gives you the audacity to try to subdue all our brothers and sisters and think that all is going to go okay? That you are finally in charge. You're not in charge. So let's have the right attitude, guys. Let's have the right attitude, because that right attitude is going to also help us take back the positions that we must take. There's so much work to do. So much work to do. And my attitude to you, your attitude towards me, is going to help tremendously in us waking up everything else. That includes now the tools to help you take back the full dominion. Most of you are afraid of the situation that you are in. And most of you continuously say, I can't expose myself because I got a family, because I just got a mortgage, I just got a new job. I just can't, I can't be with you guys. I love you and everything, but I can't be with you. That's a choice. It's on you. It is on you. But one thing for sure, there are two things you are going to assume. You've been given freely the tools to do well on this planet. You've been given the instructions to use to do well on this planet. You've been given the mandate legally to execute everything that has been trusted to you. But you also have been given another gift that is equally strong and dangerous, a gift of will, choice. You've been given the will to choose against or to choose for a purpose that's been predetermined for you. If you choose and follow, if you choose for that particular purpose, everything that you need to fulfill your purpose, it's readily available. If you choose against your purpose, then with your will, you must be able to self-determine whatever it is you gotta do. But there is a problem with that. You auto-tail it time, it's still fixed. It doesn't change. You can spend a lifetime, whatever time that you have on this planet, try to figure out what it is you want to do. Or you can submit and go. It's up to you. So guys, whatever we're doing right now, whatever you have to do, submit to your Father. He's the mightier in everything we're doing. He controls everything that we're doing. He designed everything that we're doing or we must do. So choose yourself. It is easy for me. I've already made a choice, as you can see. And I make no apologies to any of you for the choices that I'm making, because at the end of the day, I'm only responsible to answer to my Father. He is the only one that I'm literally obligated to answer to, because He gave me two choices. And those two choices will either give me reward or penalty. And while I'm living, while I'm still breathing, I'm going to ride with my Father, guys. That's all. Which means for the rest of you, I don't know where you're going. If we're not headed in the same direction, I see you when I see you, and good luck. And I'm not saying this with, I'm humbling myself as I say it. Don't think that I'm trying to be above any of you, because I'm not. But at the same time, you will not take me in a direction that I know I shouldn't be going and allow you to. Which means you're not going to try to turn me into a slave also, knowing that you're trying to turn me into a slave and I'm going to let it be. That train is long gone, guys, for me. And I would actually encourage each and every one of you guys to realize that your Father is bigger than the one who's trying to turn you into a slave, who's trying to control you, destiny, who try to give you another purpose when you already have an original purpose. So choose you wisely whose purpose it is you are going to fulfill. Because the choices you make will also determine either a reward or a punishment that you get to have. A reward or penalty. And as far as He's concerned, His purpose stands. Let me repeat, as far as He's concerned, His purpose stands. The same way a manufacturer, whatever the purpose that it's created for a product stands. Whether that product all of a sudden becomes somehow an intelligent and artificial intelligence, it would never be able to outsmart the manufacturer that created it. Never, 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 never. So what am I saying to you guys? Make it easy for yourself, guys. Make it easy for yourself. Do not be afraid of another human being, another one of these organizations, turning into something you're not supposed to be, something that you are not originally created to be. Because you have so many imposters today. So many imposters today who are trying to be your father, but they cannot be your father. Who are trying to run you, and they have no authority to run you. But it's up to you and your attitude towards all those things happening. Do not be afraid of your current situation, especially if you're poor, if you're sick, if your head is not right, whatever it is that could be physically happening to you. That's just very temporary. Choose a right attitude towards any situation that's happening for you. Right now, choose the right attitude. Choose the attitude that's going to enable you to get out of that situation. That's the secret, guys. And every single one of us, you have full control of the attitude you have towards the situation you have right now. Not the person who's controlling you, not the person who's trying to intimidate you, not the individual or the organization or the institution that wants to take over your whole life. Your attitude is explicitly and exclusively yours to manage, to control, and to do whatever it is you choose like doing. So if you choose to use your attitude with nothing, then you become a donkey to everybody. But if you choose to have the right attitude, then you would actually assume and you will submit to everything else that's already been given to you to do a lot of work, a lot of good work for our brothers and sisters all over. Guys, you are a blessing to the planet. You are a blessing to Africa. You are a blessing to your nations. But you got to choose the right attitude to bring out those gifts stored within you. You have to boldly claim that which is yours and share it with everybody. And you have to decide not to be run like donkeys, like horses, by anybody, including any government, any institutions, any organizations that want to take over your whole life and turn you into a slave and turn you into a donkey. Which means there become a time where you have to fight for that which is rightfully yours. And believe you, the victory is already yours. Believe me, the victory, it is already yours. You just got to seize it. You just got to take it. This is a game you cannot lose if you have the right attitude. You cannot lose. It's fixed in your advantage. It is already prefixed for your advantage. So the choice is yours, guys. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. I always love to hear your comments about it. And I also want to really say thank you so much, guys. Those of you who are fixing yourselves, who are taking the right attitude towards everything that's happening to you. Those of you who are continuously supporting all your brothers and sisters, all our brothers and sisters all over, in any situation that they're finding themselves in. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Do not give up. You have the upper hand. Not the colonizers, guys. You have the upper hand today. Regardless of what situation you're finding yourselves in, you still have the upper hand. Because your Father is bigger than they are. Because the secret is already hidden within you. You don't have to go buy it. It's already yours. So choose to awaken your secret. Choose the right attitude. Choose to go for your gifts instead of instead of the wannabe gifts. Choose to become who you truly are instead of you being defined to be that which you are not. And with that, let me just shut up because I can get too excited. By the way, guys, hit us up on the website www.afridominion.com. Shoot us an email at info@afridominion.com. Give us a call, either landline or mobile. You got the information there. And above all, also join our family group. Come and meet the like minds so that you know what they are up to. Come and take some action behind the scenes. And hang out with the rest of your brothers and sisters. And with that in mind, guys, I am Freeman Singirankabo here at Afri Dominion show. I want to wish you guys a super fantastic day. Be true to yourselves. Be true to your gifts. Be true and assume your purpose here on earth, why you are still breathing. Because you only have but a specific time that you have to be able to give us that gifts. And with that in mind, guys, until next time, have yourself a great day.